계엄 해제 요구가 있어
South Korean President Yoon Yeol said on Wednesday he would lift a martial law declaration he had imposed just hours earlier. It comes after a standoff with Parliament, which rejected his attempt to ban political activity and censor the media. Earlier, South Korean soldiers entered the parliament building through smashed windows, apparently tasked with imposing martial law. Inside, furniture was used to barricade the entrance, and doors were broken. Police scuffled with protesters outside as helicopters monitored the situation from the air. The move by President Yoon stunned observers around the world, including the director of the George Washington University Institute for Korean Studies, Celeste Arrington.
This was pretty shocking and seemed to be a sort of somewhat extreme move. I think he is an inexperienced politician. He never held political office before and has shown signs over the last months of being increasingly frustrated with the political logjam.
The White House said on Tuesday it was relieved that Yoon reversed course. Yoon declared martial law on Tuesday night to thwart what he called anti-state forces among his opponents. But outraged lawmakers rejected the decree in South Korea's biggest political crisis in decades. Lifting martial law was then approved by the cabinet early on Wednesday, according to Yonhap news agency. Under South Korean law, the president must immediately lift martial law if parliament demands it by a majority vote.
국회의 계엄 해제 요구가 있어 계엄 사무에 투입된 군을 철수시켰습니다. 바로 국무회의를 통해 국회의 요구를 수용하여 계엄을 해제할 것입니다. 그렇지만 거듭되는 탄핵과 입법농단, 예산농단으로 국가의 기능을 마비시키는 무도한 행위는 즉각 중지해 줄 것을 국회에 요청합니다.
국회의 의결에 따라 대통령은 즉시 비상계엄을 해제해야 합니다. 이제 비상계엄 선포는 무효입니다. 국민 여러분께서는 안심하시기 바랍니다. 국회는 국민과 함께 민주주의를 지키겠습니다. 국회 경내에 들어와 있는 군경은 당장 국회 바깥으로 나가주시기 바랍니다.
Protesters and police faced off outside the South Korean parliament on Tuesday after the country's president declared martial law in a surprise late-night address. The move thrust Seoul into political crisis, with opposition lawmakers calling the declaration unconstitutional and protesters descending on the legislature. Lawmakers rushed to the National Assembly, where the Speaker of Parliament declared the martial law announcement invalid. Legislators early on Wednesday voted to reject it. Images showed political aides barricading the doors inside the assembly, while footage showed soldiers in tactical gear mustering outside the building.
저는 북한 공산 세력의 위협으로부터
President Yoon Yeol said martial law was necessary to eradicate what he called, quote, pro-North Korean anti-state forces.
파렴치한
But the leader of the opposition Democratic Party, which has a majority in parliament, called on his fellow citizens to reject the declaration. In a live stream, Democratic Party leader Lee Jae-myung said tanks, armored personnel carriers, and soldiers with guns and knives will rule the country. The military said activities by parliament and political parties would be banned, and that media and publishers would be under the control of the martial law command. A White House spokesperson said the United States is in contact with the South Korean government and is monitoring the situation closely. It is the first time since 1980 that martial law was declared in South Korea. President Yoon cited a motion by the opposition Democratic Party this week to impeach some of the country's top prosecutors and its rejection of a government budget proposal. He said opposition parties had taken the parliamentary process hostage.